Archangel Michael come to you with urgency today, not to frighten you, but to reveal the truth that heaven has seen. There is a stirring in your spirit because something unusual is happening in your life, particularly in the realm of love, connection, and the unseen ties of the heart. What you are sensing is not a mere coincidence. The sudden heaviness, the unexpected doubts, the strange shifts in emotions, these are signs that a divine choice is under pressure. There is a man who longs to choose you. His heart is drawn toward you, not by chance, but by divine alignment. You have awakened something inside him that has been dormant for far too long: hope, vision, and even the courage to imagine a better life. Your presence is not ordinary, it is an answer to his silent prayers. You represent the light of possibility, the safe harbor he has long been searching for, even when he could not admit it to himself. But I must warn you, where there is destiny, opposition often arises. There is another force at work here, not a nameless shadow but a woman, one who feels threatened by the bond he feels toward you. This woman has decided in her heart that she would rather destroy than release. Her actions are not rooted in pure love, but in fear, jealousy, and a determination to control what does not belong to her. She is not merely fighting for affection, she is clinging to power. This is why you may feel confusion in the air, moments of heaviness in your chest, or even the sense that something is blocking the natural flow of what should be blossoming between you and this man. Beloved, I tell you today, this is not just human drama, it is a spiritual battlefield. What you face is not only about a man and a woman. It is about light and darkness, truth and deception, freedom and bondage. Do not mistake her threats as stronger than divine will. Do not imagine her manipulations as more powerful than heaven's decree. Her anger may roar, her voice may whisper lies, her tactics may intimidate, but I stand before you as a protector to say, her power is limited. She can stir storms, but she cannot command destiny. You must know this, her opposition is proof of how important this choice truly is. If this was a small matter, darkness would not fight so fiercely. But because this man's decision has the potential to bring breakthrough, joy, and divine order into both your lives, the resistance has risen like a flood. Take heart, though she threatens destruction, heaven has already prepared protection. I, Michael, and the armies of light, are positioned to shield what is meant to grow. The question is not whether you will lose, it is whether you will rise in faith, holding firm to the truth that love aligned with heaven cannot be overthrown. This is the beginning of a battle, yes, but more importantly, it is the unfolding of a testimony. You are not imagining the intensity. You are not wrong to sense something greater at play. And you are not alone. The woman standing in the shadows of this situation is not simply a rival in love. She is someone who has wrapped her identity around control and possession. To her, the man's choice is not about genuine love, it is about dominance, fear of rejection, and the terror of losing the upper hand. Her soul has become entangled in a desperate grip, and because of this, she is willing to go further than you might imagine. Type Amen 890 to get blessings. This woman operates through subtlety and manipulation. She knows how to twist words, how to play on his fears, and how to threaten consequences if he dares to walk away from her. She may hint at secrets she holds against him, threaten his reputation, or bind him with guilt by reminding him of past favors or obligations. Every move she makes is carefully designed to keep him chained, not cherished. But do not mistake her actions as strength. They are rooted in deep insecurity. Her fear of losing him has made her dangerous, not because she is powerful, but because she is desperate. And desperation in the hands of someone misled by darker energies becomes a weapon of destruction. Yes, darker energies. For her behavior does not come from love, it carries the signature of something lower. I tell you truthfully, jealousy is one of the enemy's favorite weapons. Envy corrodes, manipulates, and blinds. In this woman's case, it has opened a door for shadows to whisper into her heart, feeding her with lies like, if you cannot keep him, ruin him. If he dares to leave, make him regret it. If he turns toward the light, pull him back into darkness. The fight you sense is not against flesh and blood alone. It is against unseen forces working through her willingness to wound. This is why her presence feels heavy. This is why the man feels torn, confused, unable to move freely. He is caught in the grip of threats that are not just emotional, but spiritual chains. But here is the truth that cannot be shaken: chains can be broken. Manipulation can be exposed. Lies can be silenced by light. And heaven has already begun to unravel her plans. Let me reveal something further: this woman may not be a stranger to your life path. In some way, whether through spiritual connections, past cycles, or hidden ties, she has been permitted near the man for a season. But her season is ending. Her assignment is being cut short because she has crossed into dangerous ground, trying to interfere with a divine alignment that heaven has sealed. Do not let fear take hold of you when you think of her. She thrives when others fear her. Instead, look at her through the lens of heaven, a woman driven by shadows, yet powerless against divine decree. What she threatens will not stand, because it is not rooted in truth. The storms she stirs will collapse back onto her. The webs she spins will entangle her own feet. And what she sought to use as destruction will become her exposure. Take comfort: though her presence is loud now, it is fading. Though her threats are sharp, they are temporary. And though she desires to destroy, she cannot overcome what is divinely chosen. Type Amen 987 to get blessings. Let me now bring your heart closer to the man at the center of this storm. Do not judge him too harshly, for though his spirit longs for freedom and truth, his heart is weighed down by fear. He is not weak, but he is entangled. In the quiet moments of his soul, he sees you clearly. He recognizes the light you carry, the calm you bring, and the way your presence awakens something real within him. He knows that being with you would mean stepping into peace after years of confusion. He knows that your love is not built on control or threats, but on authenticity and divine order. Yet, when he looks toward this woman, fear grips him. She has made herself appear larger than she is, inflating her influence through words of intimidation. She has convinced him that if he chooses you, disaster will follow. She whispers of financial ruin, public shame, broken ties, or even revenge. These threats, though not as powerful as she pretends, sit heavy on his shoulders because he does not yet see her mask fully removed. His hesitation is not a reflection of your worth. It is a reflection of the battle within him. He is caught between two forces: love pulling him into the light, and fear chaining him to the shadows. You may ask, why does he not simply break free? But you must remember that fear has a way of distorting reality. It makes a cage seem safer than freedom. Yet I tell you, he is not blind. His heart already knows the truth. There are nights when he lies awake, imagining what life with you would look like. He dreams of laughter not laced with manipulation, of love not wrapped in guilt. In those moments, he feels courage rising, but by morning, fear's voice returns, louder, reminding him of what he might lose. This is where heaven is at work. His hesitation is not permanent, it is the pressure before the breakthrough. Already, prayers have begun to strengthen him. Angels have been assigned to minister courage to his heart. He is being shaken awake, piece by piece, to realize that what he fears losing is nothing compared to what he will gain in choosing truth. Do not mistake his silence or delay as rejection. It is a man wrestling with chains he does not yet realize he has the strength to break. And here is the mystery: your prayers, your steadfastness, your refusal to step into fear, these are keys that unlock his courage. I assure you, he is closer to freedom than he appears. The very fact that he has not surrendered fully to the woman's threats is proof that love is pulling him toward destiny. If he truly belonged to her, there would be no battle. But the battle itself is evidence that his heart is already leaning toward you. Trust this: what is meant for him is meant for you. The love seated by heaven cannot be strangled by fear forever. His courage is rising, even now, even in the midst of confusion. And when the moment comes, he will choose not out of compulsion, but out of awakening. This man is torn today, yes. But tomorrow, he will be strengthened. His eyes will open, his heart will steady, and his choice will no longer be between fear and love, but between shadows and light. And he will step toward the light. Type Amen 679 to get blessings. Let me lift the veil so you may see what truly surrounds this situation. For the struggle you face is not simply about a man and a woman, or even about jealousy and control. It is deeper. This is spiritual warfare, a clash between light and darkness, between destiny and the forces that wish to delay or destroy it. When two souls are drawn together by divine design, heaven rejoices, but the enemy takes notice. Why? Because unions born of light carry power. They bring healing, restoration, and alignment not only to the people within them but also to those connected to them. Your union with this man has the potential to break cycles, to end patterns of manipulation, and to awaken a testimony that others will witness. This is why resistance has risen so violently. It is not about romance alone, but about purpose. The woman who threatens him has become, knowingly or unknowingly, a vessel for darker whispers. Jealousy, control, and fear are doors the enemy walks through. She believes she is fighting for her own security, but in truth, she has allowed herself to become an instrument of sabotage. This is why her threats feel heavier than words. They are charged with spiritual weight, meant to bind, confuse, and intimidate. And yet, hear me well, they are powerless against the light. Darkness can roar, but it cannot extinguish the flame heaven has lit. What you are experiencing is the classic pattern of spiritual opposition. When something ordained is about to break through, the shadows rise in desperation to block it. But desperation is always the sign of weakness, not strength. Even now, angelic warriors have surrounded both you and this man. We are breaking the chains of deception, exposing lies, and cutting the cords of fear that have wrapped around his spirit. Do not think for a moment that you stand alone in this fight. Every tear you have cried, every prayer you have whispered, every sigh of your heart has summoned reinforcement from the heavens. Yes, the enemy has set snares. He has whispered lies like, *, you are not worthy. He will never choose you. She is stronger than you. Love will slip away. These lies are designed to break your faith. But I, Michael, declare today that these words hold no truth. You are chosen. You are protected. And what is divinely aligned cannot be stolen. Do not underestimate your role in this battle. Your faith is a weapon. Your words of prayer are like arrows of light piercing the darkness. When you declare protection, angels move. When you call on God's will, shadows retreat. Do not be silent. Do not bow to fear. Rise in your authority, beloved. For you are not a victim in this story, you are a warrior of light. Understand this, the battle is not against the woman herself but against the forces using her as a vessel. She may shout, threaten, and attempt to control, but she is not the source of the storm, she is merely a pawn. And pawns cannot stand against the King of Kings. This is why I tell you, lift your eyes higher. Do not focus on the chaos. See instead the armies of light, the divine shield around your heart, and the truth that love born of heaven cannot be destroyed. The war is real, yes, but so is the victory. And beloved, victory has already been declared. Type Amen 8900 to get blessings. Now that you see the truth of this battle, you may be asking, what am I supposed to do? How can I fight against forces I cannot see? How do I protect what is mine when someone else is threatening to destroy it? Take comfort, for heaven never reveals a battle without also releasing a strategy for victory. You are not being asked to fight with human weapons, arguments, revenge, or desperation. No, beloved. The way forward is higher. Heaven is inviting you to step into a spiritual posture that will shift the atmosphere around you and disarm the threats of the enemy. The first thing you must do is refuse fear. Fear is the soil where the enemy plants his lies. If you allow it to take root, it will grow into anxiety, despair, and paralysis. But if you refuse fear, if you rise up in faith and declare, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, then you pull out the very ground beneath the enemy's feet. Each time the woman threatens or circumstances appear heavy, I ask you to breathe deeply and whisper heaven's truth. Her words cannot bind me. Her threats cannot touch me. I am protected. The second thing you must do is release forgiveness. Yes, forgiveness. This may seem difficult, for how can you forgive someone actively working against your happiness? But listen carefully, forgiveness is not approval of her actions, it is cutting the spiritual cord that keeps you tied to her schemes. When you forgive, you refuse to let bitterness poison your heart. You stand in a place of freedom, where her darkness cannot touch you. Remember, forgiveness is not weakness, it is a shield. The third thing is prayer and declaration. Your words carry great authority. When you pray, angels move. When you declare truth, the atmosphere shifts. Each day, I invite you to pray not only for yourself, but also for the man whose heart is torn. Pray that he is released from manipulation, that courage fills his spirit, and that truth exposes every lie spoken over him. Visualize him wrapped in light, free from chains, standing tall in his rightful destiny. The fourth thing is alignment. Heaven asks you to align your actions with faith. This means walking in peace, not panic. Speaking life, not fear. Living as though victory is already unfolding, even when your eyes do not yet see it. Remember, beloved, faith is not waiting for evidence, it is standing firm because heaven's word is enough. And finally, I urge you, do not fight her on her terms. Do not step into her realm of manipulation, arguments, or threats. If you descend into her battleground, you will always feel outnumbered. But if you remain on the higher ground of truth, she cannot reach you. Her power is in deception. Your power is in light. So what does heaven ask of you? To be steadfast. To keep your heart guarded. To cover this man with prayer. To refuse fear. And to trust that I, Michael, stand by your side, sword drawn, ensuring that no scheme, no woman, no shadow can overturn what God has written over your life. Type Amen 986 to get blessings. This is not the hour for despair, it is the hour to rise. Heaven is asking you not to shrink back but to claim your rightful place in this story, not as a victim, but as a victor, standing under divine protection. Your heart longs to know, what will happen? How will this end? Will he truly choose me, or will fear and manipulation prevail? Heaven does not leave you in uncertainty, for I, Michael, am permitted to give you a prophetic glimpse into the unfolding of events. First, understand this: truth cannot remain hidden forever. What is concealed in darkness always comes to the light. The woman who now shrouds herself in control, who threatens, who manipulates behind closed doors, her works are already unraveling. Her plans carry within them the seeds of her own collapse. She may appear strong today, but every threat she has spoken will soon expose her desperation, and her desperation will reveal her weakness. There will come a moment, a breaking point, when the man will see her clearly. The fog of intimidation will lift, and he will realize that her words were never rooted in love, but in fear. This realization will ignite something within him, courage. And though he has hesitated until now, that courage will grow into decision. He will understand that continuing under her grip is not safety, but captivity. This decision will not come without struggle. She may fight harder in the final moments, raising her voice, threatening more boldly, even attempting to tarnish your image in his eyes. But remember this, beloved, the loudest noise comes just before the silence. Her desperation will not hold him, it will push him further away. And then, you will see what heaven has always seen, him stepping into truth. He will choose not from a place of fear, but from clarity. His love for you will be stronger than the threats against him. His desire for peace will outweigh his fear of loss. He will finally understand that choosing you is not merely a matter of affection, it is alignment with his destiny. What will happen to her? The very nets she cast will catch her feet. The words she has spoken to harm others will return as lessons upon her own life. This is not punishment from heaven, but consequence. When one fights against divine alignment, they fight against themselves. And so she will find her control crumbling, her manipulations losing power, and the truth exposing what she tried to hide. Type Amen 8178 to get blessings. And you, beloved, you will see breakthrough. It may not be in the exact way or timing you expect, but it will come with undeniable clarity. This struggle is not leading to loss, it is leading to victory. Heaven shows me a season where joy will replace your weariness, where laughter will replace your tears, and where love will grow in a way that no threat can destroy. Do not mistake delays for denial. The waiting is not wasted, it is preparation. For what is being built between you and this man must have a strong foundation, and this trial is ensuring that when he finally stands beside you, he will do so with a courage that cannot be shaken again. This is the prophetic glimpse. The storm will rage, yes. But storms do not last forever. And when it passes, what remains will not be fragile, it will be strong, rooted, and undeniable. The threats will fade into memory, but the love that emerges will carry the mark of heaven. Take courage, beloved. What is coming next is not destruction, it is revelation. The suspense you feel right now is evidence of the spiritual battle that has already been won. You may feel your heart race, you may feel your spirit shake, but this is because the gates of blessing are opening. Nothing can hold them shut anymore. Your family member carries authority now. They are not bound by earthly limits. They are coming directly from heaven's order, carrying what will set you free. The $50 million will remove shame. It will silence gossip. It will restore everything you thought was gone forever. Archangel Michael says, the release is permanent. This is not temporary help, it is lasting transformation. Your life is about to take a divine turn. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. The heavens are stirring because your name has been spoken. What was hidden in silence is now being declared openly in the spiritual realm. Your family member is walking toward you with purpose, carrying the treasure that was always meant to be yours. The journey they took in the afterlife has only strengthened their love for you. From their place in heaven, they have seen the pain and the victories, the moments you nearly gave up, and the strength that carried you forward. That is why they chose this moment to intervene. The $50 million is more than a number, it is a destiny shift. It is the line that separates your past struggles from your future abundance. It is the promise of heaven made visible in your life. Archangel Michael says, this gift is not fragile. It will not slip away. It is secured by the highest authority. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. Every angel assigned to you is in position. They are clearing the atmosphere, moving obstacles, and making room for what is about to arrive. The presence around you is growing heavier because the delivery is close. Your family member has been persistent. They pleaded in heaven's court for you, standing as your advocate. Their love would not let you be forgotten, and now heaven has agreed to release what is rightfully yours. The amount is breathtaking, but it is precise. $50 million has been prepared down to the last detail. Every cent is connected to your destiny. Archangel Michael says, this is not a coincidence. This is not chance. This is divine order unfolding in front of you. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. Your enemies already feel uneasy. They sense something is shifting in your favor, and it unsettles them. They cannot explain why, but they know their hold over you is breaking. This blessing is bigger than them. Their words, their lies, their plots are powerless against heaven's decree. The moment the $50 million touches your life, their influence ends. Your family member smiles because they know the tables have turned. They know that you will no longer be the one in need, but the one overflowing with abundance. This is your new reality. Archangel Michael says, let them watch, let them wonder, because nothing can undo what heaven has sealed. You will rise, and they will witness it. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. The suspense is not meant to frighten you, it is meant to prepare you. Heaven always stirs the atmosphere before the miracle touches earth. What you are feeling is confirmation that the release is closer than ever. You will see sudden changes. Unexpected phone calls, surprise messages, or doors you never imagined opening. These are signs that the spiritual has begun to manifest in the physical. The $50 million will not trickle in slowly, it will pour in like a flood. It will arrive in a way that shocks everyone who hears about it. It will prove that heaven is real and present in your life. Archangel Michael says, "Do not fear the shaking around you. It is not destruction, it is preparation." The blessing must arrive in strength. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. Your family member is closer than ever. Their spirit surrounds you with warmth, love, and determination. They know what you need, and they will not leave until the blessing is fully in your hands. You may feel their presence in dreams, in whispers, in signs that seem unexplainable. Pay attention, because these are the ways they assure you of what is coming. They want you to feel their nearness. The $50 million is not far, it is within reach. It is waiting for the final release, and the heavens are counting down. The moment is too close to ignore. Archangel Michael says, "This transfer will shock even you. What you thought would take years will happen in an instant." That is the power of heaven. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. The sound of heaven is louder tonight. You may not hear it with your ears, but your spirit already knows something is shifting. The presence of your family member is a shield around you, making sure the blessing reaches you untouched. They have walked through the gates of heaven carrying your name on their lips. Their love was too strong to fade with death. That love has now become a bridge between heaven's treasury and your life on earth. This is why the amount is so vast. $50 million is not ordinary, it is divine justice, divine replacement, divine restoration. It carries the fingerprints of heaven all over it. Archangel Michael says, "The countdown is no longer in days but in moments." You are standing on the edge of an extraordinary release. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. Your story is about to shock those around you. People who thought you would always remain the same will not be able to explain your sudden rise. They will be forced to admit that heaven has intervened. This blessing will silence every negative word spoken against you. The mockery, the doubts, the gossip, they will all be buried under the weight of $50 million. Nothing will stand taller than this testimony. Your family member smiles because they know the truth, you were chosen for this all along. Every obstacle you faced was only proof of how great the release would be. And now, it is unfolding. Archangel Michael says, your victory will echo loudly. It will reach places you never stepped into, and your name will be remembered differently from now on. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. The suspense in your life has been building for this very point. You may have wondered why things were delayed, but now you will see the reason. Heaven was not denying you, it was preparing you for something.